For years, Tom Silva has been the calm, steady heart of Ask This Old House, the man millions trusted to fix the impossible and explain the complicated with ease. Viewers watched him turn broken homes into safe havens, all while carrying a warm smile that made even the toughest repairs feel simple. But behind that confident voice and years of craftsmanship lies a story that fans never saw coming. Recently, something happened in Tom's life that left not only the Ask This Old House community stunned, but raised serious questions about his future on the show. And for the first time, the quiet carpenter who rarely speaks about himself is now at the center of a situation no one expected. Tom has dedicated decades to helping homeowners, teaching viewers, and bringing a sense of trust to every project he touched. His hands have built, restored, repaired, and protected countless homes. But there's a shocking turn that even he couldn't fix. As the cameras rolled each season, fans believed they knew everything about him, his skills, his humor, his patience. Yet behind the scenes, changes began to unfold. Changes so surprising that even longtime viewers were left wondering what really happened. Rumors circulated, whispers spread through the fan community, and the truth finally surfaced in a way that no one could have predicted. What happened to Tom Silva didn't just impact him, it shook the entire foundation of a show, built on consistency, trust, and tradition. And now, the story is finally coming out. This is the emotional, unexpected, and eye-opening truth about what happened to the man who became the face of home repair for millions. Tom Silva's journey into home renovation was never a simple one. Long before he became a household name on Ask This Old House, he was a young man learning the ropes of carpentry and construction the hard way. Born and raised in a family that valued hard work, Tom developed an early fascination with building and repairing things. Even as a teenager, he would spend hours tinkering with broken furniture, remodeling old sheds, or helping neighbors with small repairs. Those early experiences weren't glamorous, but they instilled in him a relentless work ethic and a deep respect for craftsmanship qualities that would define his career decades later. As Tom's skills grew, so did his reputation. He became known locally as a reliable, honest, and talented craftsman. People trusted him not just to get the job done, but to do it right. He valued precision, patience, and the satisfaction of seeing a project through from start to finish. These were more than just professional traits, they were personal principles woven into every plank, nail, and beam he touched. By the time he caught the attention of this old house, Tom had built a reputation that extended beyond his immediate community. His work was meticulous, his advice practical, and his demeanor calm yet confident, qualities that would soon make him the perfect fit for a national audience. Joining Ask This Old House was both a dream and a challenge. On camera, Tom needed to convey complex construction techniques in a way viewers could understand, all while maintaining the show's signature warmth and approachability. And he did it masterfully. For years, audiences admired his talent, his humor, and the sense of reassurance he brought to every project. Fans felt like Tom was a neighbor, a mentor, and a friend rolled into one. His presence gave the show credibility, but also a human touch that resonated with viewers in ways few other personalities could match. Yet, even as his public persona flourished, life behind the scenes was not without its struggles. Maintaining the balance between a demanding career and personal life is never easy, and Tom faced challenges that most fans never considered. The long hours on set, the travel, and the constant pressure to perform at a high level began to take their toll. What was once a passion slowly started to become a burden, and for the first time, Tom faced a crossroads that would define both his career and personal future. Then, the unexpected happened. A situation arose that shocked everyone around him, the kind of event that no training, experience, or preparation could have prevented. It wasn't about construction, fame, or media scrutiny. It was deeply personal, and it forced Tom to reevaluate everything. Even his closest colleagues on the show were surprised by the turn of events. Conversations that were once casual became serious. Decisions had to be made, and there was no room for delay. For Tom, this wasn't just another project, it was a moment that required emotional strength, careful thought, and resilience. Fans didn't immediately know what was happening. Rumors spread quietly online, While speculation about his sudden absence or changes in the show's lineup began to grow, viewers who had always seen him as reliable, steady, and unshakable were suddenly left wondering, what happened to Tom Silva? Why was this pillar of home renovation now facing uncertainty? And now, for the first time, the full story is emerging. This is the emotional, eye-opening truth about what happened to Tom Silva, the challenges he faced, the difficult decisions he made, and how a man known for building homes and fixing problems found himself confronting a situation even he could not control. After the shocking event, Tom Silva found himself navigating uncharted territory. He had spent decades building not only homes, but also a reputation rooted in trust and reliability. Fans and colleagues alike relied on his steady presence. Yet now he faced circumstances that challenged everything he had built. It wasn't about tools, nails, or timber. It was about resilience, personal strength, and confronting life's unpredictability in a way that left him emotionally tested. Even the most experienced craftsman can struggle when life presents problems that no blueprint can solve. And for Tom, this was one of those moments. Despite the gravity of the situation, Tom refused to let it define him publicly. Known for his quiet determination and professional composure, he approached the problem with the same level-headedness that had guided him. Through years of challenging renovation projects, he focused on solutions rather than despair, maintaining his commitment to the show, his colleagues, and the viewers who trusted him. But behind the calm exterior, there was a storm of doubt, worry, and the weight of responsibility that he had never faced before. Those closest to him described this period as one of profound reflection, where Tom had to consider not just his career, but the broader impact on his family, friends, and personal well-being. As the situation unfolded, adjustments became necessary. Tom began delegating more responsibilities, trusting his longtime teammates to handle projects that he would normally lead. For someone used to having complete control, this was not easy. Yet it was a testament to his adaptability and humility. Rather than letting pride interfere, Tom recognized the importance of relying on others, a skill that, in construction, is often undervalued but essential in life. His willingness to accept help reflected the deep respect he had for those around him and the understanding that even someone as capable as he could not face every challenge alone. Fans started to notice subtle changes in the show. Tom appeared slightly less on screen, sometimes absent from certain projects, and occasionally more contemplative than usual. Speculation and concern grew online, as viewers who had admired him for decades sensed that something was different. Social media buzzed with theories, but few understood the full depth of what he was experiencing. For Tom, this was never about seeking attention. It was about managing a personal crisis while continuing to deliver the professionalism and expertise that had become synonymous with his name. Throughout this challenging period, his personal life remained a vital anchor. Family and close friends provided emotional support that allowed him to process the unexpected events privately. These moments of intimacy and trust reminded Tom of the values that had guided him from the beginning: dedication, patience, and a commitment to doing what's right, even when the path is uncertain. They were the reminders that, though the world might see him as a strong figure, he was still human, someone capable of feeling fear, vulnerability, and uncertainty just like anyone else. Slowly, Tom began regaining control over both his personal and professional life. With careful planning, reflection, and support, he learned to navigate the aftermath of the situation with a renewed perspective. The experience, while deeply challenging, became an unexpected teacher. It reminded him that even in the most well-structured, meticulously planned life, unforeseen events can occur, and that resilience, adaptability, and emotional strength are just as crucial as skill and expertise. Ultimately, what happened to Tom Silva was more than a professional hiccup or a minor setback. It was a deeply human story of perseverance, reflection, and navigating the unexpected. For fans of Ask This Old House, it is a reminder that the people they admire most, those who seem invincible on screen, also face personal battles and life-altering events. And while Tom's hands have built homes, repaired lives, and restored trust for decades, the lessons he learned during this challenging time proved that the greatest construction project of all is the careful rebuilding of one's own life. As the weeks and months passed, Tom Silva began to reflect on the journey that had brought him to this point. His life had always revolved around building and fixing homes, renovations, and spaces that people loved, but the personal challenge he now faced was different from anything he had encountered before. Unlike construction work, which could be planned, measured, and corrected, life's job trusted friends and family to navigate the uncertainty. Those who had always admired his professional expertise began to see the emotional resilience that had always underpinned his success. Tom's ability to face hardship with composure became as inspiring as his decades-long career in home renovation. At the same time, the situation forced him to reevaluate his approach to work and life. Previously, Tom had prided himself on being hands-on with every project, overseeing every detail and ensuring that nothing was left unfinished. Yet now he realized the importance of trust, delegation, and letting others step in when necessary. He began mentoring younger team members more closely, sharing not only technical knowledge, but also the wisdom of facing unforeseen challenges with integrity and courage. In a way, the personal crisis became an opportunity for him to guide others, teaching lessons that went far beyond carpentry or construction. Fans, meanwhile, continued to show unwavering support. Online forums and social media were flooded with messages of encouragement, admiration, and concern. Viewers who had followed Tom for decades understood that he was facing something serious, yet they admired the way he carried himself with dignity and humility. For many, it was a reminder that the personalities they grew to love on television were human, capable of both incredible skill and vulnerability. This connection only deepened the respect and loyalty that audiences felt for him. Despite the challenges, Tom never let the situation interfere with the core of what made him so beloved. On screen, he continued to demonstrate his expertise, guide homeowners through difficult projects, and provide the calm, steady presence that had become his trademark. But off-screen, he was carefully reconstructing his own life, applying the same principles of patience, precision, and problem-solving that he had long used in his professional work. Each day became a balance between maintaining professionalism and attending to personal matters, a dual responsibility that tested both his resolve and his resilience. As the story of what happened to Tom Silva spread, it became clear that this was not merely a tale of hardship, it was a story of perseverance. The lessons he learned, the emotional growth he experienced, and the ways he leaned on those he trusted all contributed to a deeper understanding of who he is, both as a professional and as a person. While fans may never see the full extent of what occurred behind the scenes, the impact on Tom's life has been undeniable. It is a reminder that even people who seem infallible face moments that challenge them in ways nothing else can. Ultimately, what unfolded in Tom Silva's life is a testament to resilience, humility, and the human capacity to face adversity with strength and dignity. It is also a story that resonates far beyond the world of home renovation, offering inspiration to anyone who has encountered unexpected challenges or difficult times. Tom's journey proves that no matter how skilled or experienced a person may be, life can always present situations that test the heart and mind, and that true strength is found, not in perfection, but in the ability to persevere. As time went on, Tom Silva's story became a quiet reminder of the human side of television personalities. Fans often forget that the people they watch every week face real-life struggles that have nothing to do with cameras or ratings. For Tom, the personal challenge he endured reshaped not only how he approached work, but also how he viewed his own life. The calm, confident man on screen had endured a storm that tested his resilience, patience, and emotional strength in ways that few could imagine. And yet, he emerged not only intact, but wiser, proving that strength often grows in the most unexpected circumstances. One of the most remarkable aspects of Tom's experience is how he balanced his professional responsibilities with personal recovery. Even during the most trying moments, he remained committed to Ask This Old House. Homeowners still relied on his guidance, colleagues still sought his advice, and viewers continued to trust his expertise. Behind every repair, every project, and every lesson he shared, There was a deeper layer of determination, a man determined not to let personal hardships interfere with the passion he had cultivated over decades. This balance between personal healing and professional excellence became a defining feature of his story, illustrating that true dedication is about more than just work. It's about perseverance under pressure. At the heart of this journey was the unwavering support of his family and close friends. They provided not only practical help, but also emotional stability, reminding him that even the strongest individuals cannot face life's challenges alone. Tom's ability to lean on those he trusted, to accept guidance and care when necessary, showed a side of him that rarely appears on television. While viewers admire him for his skill, patience, and calm presence, it is these quieter moments of vulnerability and reliance that reveal the depth of his character. Throughout this period, Tom's perspective on life and work evolved. He became more mindful of the importance of self-care, the necessity of trusting others, and the value of patience in navigating unexpected events. Projects that once felt urgent were now approached with measured consideration, and every decision, professional or personal, was weighed carefully. This change in approach didn't diminish his expertise or commitment. Instead, it enhanced it, allowing him to teach not only technical skills, but also the importance of resilience, balance, and thoughtful action. Fans eventually began to notice a subtle shift in his demeanor on screen. There was a quiet strength in the way he spoke, a gentleness in the guidance he provided, and a deeper sense of empathy for homeowners facing challenges. What may have appeared as simple advice or casual instruction was, in reality, infused with the wisdom of someone who had endured hardship and learned from it. Tom Silva became not only a master of his craft, but also a mentor in life, someone whose personal experiences added profound value to the lessons he shared. Today, Tom's journey stands as a testament to perseverance, humility, and the quiet courage required to face unexpected challenges. His story reminds viewers that even the people who appear strongest on screen are human, capable of facing struggles that shape their lives in profound ways. While his name will always be associated with carpentry, renovation, and television success, the true lesson lies in how he handled adversity with grace, resilience, and the determination to continue despite life's obstacles. For millions of fans, Tom Silva remains a figure of inspiration, not just because of his skill or accomplishments, but because of the way he turned a deeply personal challenge into a story of perseverance. He has shown that even in the face of unexpected hardship, it is possible to move forward with strength, integrity, and an unwavering commitment to the people and passions that matter most. And that is the remarkable truth behind the story you never expected about Tom Silva. From Ask This Old House,